Good morning, guys. Paul here from Island Life. Today I'm going to talk about renting in Portugal for 2022. The prices, the different prices between the different cities in Portugal and also Algarve, where I live. So without any further delay, let's get this video on the way. Talk about these tips and these considerations, and then I'm going to go into a website which is called Idealista, and we're going to go and see what the prices are actually in maybe a couple cities in Portugal and somewhere around where I live. So let's get started. One of the considerations you should think about before you're renting in Portugal is if you're going to rent for a short term or long term. If you're renting for just for a few months, I would definitely recommend for you to go through Airbnb or Booking.com. When you select the dates in these websites, let's say you're putting it for 60 days, they actually have a monthly price automatically calculates on a monthly basis. So that's beneficial for you because you do it through your Airbnb. You don't have to worry about dealing with the landlord or property owners. So that's a huge advantage if you're doing it short term. However, that's a little bit more expensive if you were to rent, let's say, for a couple of years. So if you're coming in and they're planning to rent in Portugal for more than 1 year stay, I would you need to consider two options. Option one is are you going to rent a unit that's fully furnished, or are you going to rent a unit that unfurnished, and then you need to go buy the furniture. So that is important because if you're going to rent for 1 year or so, and you really like a unit that's not fully furnished, and you want to buy your own furniture, so you need to consider at the end of the lease term, what are you going to do with the furniture? Let's say you spend a couple grand in buying the furniture, so are you going to be able to sell it for the same amount of money or close to it? So those are things you need to consider. And also, furniture in Portugal is not the same price as it is in Canada, US. They are a little bit more expensive here. Like, for instance, one couch here, you're looking at 600-700 euros or so just for a couch. So, and if you plan into furniture, a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom, a T1 or a T2, so you can imagine how far that price is going to go. It's going to rise up fairly quickly. And also, do you want to rent? Do you want to have just a bedroom, just a bed, and nothing else in the bedroom? Also, the same with the living room. Do you want to have just a couch? So these are things you need to consider. So for me personally, I would definitely recommend this. If you come in Portugal for 1 year or two only, this is that's the time period that you're looking for. I would recommend fully furnished. And the reason it's fully furnished because it comes basically with everything. It comes with a couch, comes with the chairs, comes with a TV stand, comes with the paintings, the decoration is already. This is all very costly when you're trying to furnish a place. So if you're going to rent for a year or two, consider fully furnished. Of course, there's setbacks, either or. One of the setbacks about when you're getting fully furnished is if you're moving in and everything kind of looks brand new, and you end up breaking one of the or damage one of the appliances or some of the furniture, the landlord, obviously they're going to charge you for it. That's something you need to consider. But there is no difference if you bought your own furniture and then at the end it's damaged, you need to replace it. So basically it's the same thing. So consider you need to consider this. If you're going to rent in Portugal, you need to consider long-term, short-term. One more consideration that you need to have in mind is the location. For instance, if you're moving into a city and you don't have a car that's in a city, you want to be in a city, and you need to consider also what type of unit you're going to get. Not only what type of unit you're going to get, what type of neighbors you're going to have. Because you could move into a unit, the unit looks beautiful, looks really nice, but what's underneath? Is it a restaurant? Is it a nightclub? Or, that kind of stuff. You need to consider all this stuff. Because the last thing you need is you move in, you like the unit itself, and next thing you know, you can't sleep because it's just too noisy, or maybe it's construction around the area. So you need to consider all of this. So before you rent a unit, definitely walk in the area, check the unit at least once, and see what's around the unit. Is it the same type of neighbors? Is it just renting units above and below, or is it a restaurant, or or something else? Another consideration that you should have in mind when looking for a property to rent is if you move into a city and you don't have a car, you're going to use the local transportation. Yeah, make sure you want to move into an area where that public transportation it's easy accessible. Because if you're going to depend on that, obviously you don't want to be walking too far to get a bus or the train or the subway. So consider a location which the public transportation is easy accessible, and usually in big cities they are. So there's something to have in mind. And if you're planning to bring a car or rent a car, then you can go to an area where you have parking, or maybe the building or the property which you're planning to rent also has a parking spot dedicated for the unit. This is something you need to consider. So you need to weigh out. Portugal has a couple of websites that you can look for properties to rent, buy or rent, and one of them is called Idealista. So let's go log in to this one and see and find out a couple properties in Lisbon and maybe Porto and somewhere in Algarve, just to compare the different prices throughout the country. So let's get started. There's Idealista in Portugal. Let's go research in Lisbon. +2,000 properties came up, but I want to see it on the map because I want to select the area. I want to select this entire area. So it gives you a broader research. And you can select the prices up to or from. So let's check up to 900. Minimum 250. We can also select T1 or T2. I select the T2. Back up. And let's see the list. See the list for a T2. Here we are. First one is unfurnished. Looks really nice. Not my thing, but anyway, it's not a bad space. Let's go back, select another one. Personally, I prefer a unit that is furnished. The reason I say that, so you don't have to worry about going buying furniture and have to worry about what to do with the furniture once you're done with it. So here we are, a nice unit, fully furnished, nice pictures on the wall. It's a very small unit, it's only 55 square meters. Yeah, it's really tiny. And it's a T1 also. I thought I selected T2. Let's go back and check it out again. Oh yeah, I didn't, so I still select T2. So I wanted T2 only. Now we have T2 or T3s. Let's go back up. Here we are. T2, 75 square meters. That's not a bad space. Poor pictures, not professionally taken, but it has a bit of an outdoor space. See, a little bit of an outdoor space. Not enough information. I'll avoid that. Let's go check another one here. There is a nice unit here, a little bit looks more modern, but it does not have furniture again. So there's a bit of a nicer kitchen, bedrooms, not bad sizes. And if you're looking through the windows on the outside, you're right in front, you're looking at a building in front of you. Again, depends on your personal taste. But for me, there's one here that has furniture. Let's check this one out. Bit of a nice space here, not bad. The bedroom, one of the bedrooms. Oh, that's not bad. It's nice bedrooms, nice space here. Oh, it has a bit of a loft. Let's go check that out. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, Lord. Not sure what to say about that. The loft looks so horrific. Let's pick another unit. Yeah, for these prices, fully furnished, they can't be too special. Oh, this looks like a nice unit. Let's check this one out. As you can tell, so is a little bit more modern. Yeah, the prices go up. But again, there you go, 900 euros per month, and it's not furnished. So let's go check one more unit. Let's go check this guy here, 800 a month. An older building too, just too congested. Now let's choose the range. Let's go change the price. Let's go to $1,000. That should give us a nice yeah, for 750 to 1,000. Let's see what we find now. 930. Oh, this is a bit nicer. Nice floors. A little bit more space. Nice living room. Kitchen is quite open, but it has a chair. We've got a table there with chairs, and it kind of separates it from the living room area. Nice furniture. Furniture is not bad. Nice bedrooms. Very modern. Yeah, I would much prefer something like this as opposed to be too congested, and have something that it's not really my style just to save 100 euros. There's another one here which is kind of my personal taste. I kind of like this a little bit. Nicely professionally decorated. Yeah, this is quite nice. Nice kitchen. Let's go back to the kitchen here. Yeah, this is a very nice kitchen here. Bedroom's not bad. Feels a little bit on the darker side, but I'm not sure if it's to do with the pictures. It would not surprise me if it's the pictures. The quality of the pictures maybe not the greatest. Yeah, there you have it. These are the prices going for Lisbon. So let's go search somewhere else. Go look in Porto, which is the two cities that most people kind of want to live in. Let's go look it up in the map. Here we are, minimize the map. So you can get out to Porto faster. Here we are, Porto. We'll leave the same criteria. Let's see the list here in Porto. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Make sure we get it in Porto here. Show the list here. There's a nice outdoor space. Let's check this one out. Yeah, it's not furnished, but I would say this. if you're gonna live only for a year or so, I would not recommend buying furniture because what are you gonna do with it afterwards once you're done? You're gonna donate it. You're gonna sell it for half the price. You need to consider all those things. But if you're gonna stay at least 2-3 years, if that is the plan for you to move in and stay here 2-3 years, maybe buying your own furniture might be the ideal solution. Because one, you will have the furniture that you like. Two, you'll be able to save a couple $100. Oh, this one is nice. I like the furniture as well. Very simple, but very clean, minimalistic. That's not bad. Kitchen is nice. Let me go back to the kitchen here. Yeah, kitchen looks modern kitchen, modern appliance. Looks very clean. Bedroom's not bad. The view, it's Porto, it's a city. You're looking at the city, that's your view, I guess. So let's pick up another unit here in Porto. This one looks like it has a two-story building. You have maybe the bedrooms upstairs. Very small downstairs. That's the problem when you have 2 floors. Everything is very congested. But anyway, it's nice and clean and it's modern. Let me see what that chair again. Kid chair. This looks like an outdoor space. Yeah, that's not bad. Bedroom is nice and clean. It's a 2-bedroom. Washroom's not bad. Very modern. Everything is very modern. It's just very tight. So you look at the size of the couch, comes almost halfway in the middle of the room, and you don't really have much space as you walk by here. These stairs here are in no way. I don't know. I needed to visit in order to be sure that I wouldn't want to live here. But the kitchen is nice and clean. So nice pictures taken. Anyway, but again, it's 1,000. You get a little bit a better unit, more modern. Let's check out somewhere else. Let's go down to Algarve, which is where I live. See the difference between the prices. Algarve here, Faro. Here we are in Faro. Let's change the price to, say, $950. Show the list. There's a T2 for 90 square meters, with a pretty good, fairly good size. It has a bit of a swimming pool. It's a swimming pool, nice swimming pool actually. Very private. There's the unit. There's a balcony. Let me see what. So here looks like a farm next to the balcony, which is quite nice. You can, in the morning you're there, you drinking your coffee and looking at the orange trees or whatever trees that are. They look like orange trees. You see the sun come up or go down, whatever the case may be. So I enjoy that simple life. That's not bad. And it's, $750, 2 bedrooms. There's a house here. Let's see a house here in Faro. See what the house looks like. Oh, that's quite nice actually. There's a house. Yeah, this one will be something like you want to rent here for long term because this is ideal actually. I prefer this than anything else. You have a parking spot for your car. You have a bit of a garden or a parking area. You need to buy the furniture, but it is a house. You can sit here, take a suntan if that's what you want to do. I much prefer a house, even if I have to buy the furniture and rent, as opposed to live in an apartment complex. The only one I would consider living in is if it's a type of resort, because then you'll have all the conveniences at your doorstep. There is one that's fully furnished for $950. It's not bad. Yeah, these are not bad. Let me go back to the washroom. I went too fast. So the washroom is not bad. There's $250. Let's go to the city where I'm at. Because the further east you go in Algarve is less expensive. The Vida. Keep the same criteria. Let's look at the list. This one here is actually close to my neighborhood. I much prefer something like this. I tell you why. First of all, you have the outdoor space. If you're sitting here, you're looking down at the pool. You can enjoy the pool. You can enjoy the gardens or the facilities that has to offer. And it's all fully furnished. Usually they also have a place you can park your car. Yeah, so I much prefer something like this. The type of resort, if you're going to be here for a year or two, just renting, experience the lifestyle in Portugal, I would much prefer, live in a place like this, and then, take 2-3 days if you want to go visit Lisbon or, this is Cabanas, or go by here almost on a daily basis. I enjoy going here, walk on the boardwalk, and go for a morning coffee. This is a cafe that I go to. These guys really know how to make a nice American coffee. So, like I was saying, if you rent in a resort type, you can always go visit the city for a day or 2 or 3 or whatever case may be, but enjoy the convenience of a resort. You have the pool, you have the outdoor space, you can drive around. Me personally, I prefer that. But if you're a city slicker, you want to live in a city, Lisbon and Porto is great options. Rents, actually, they're not bad now. I thought they'll be a little bit more expensive. But for $850 or so and $900, you can find a fully furnished T2 for that kind of price range. One thing I would suggest is for you to be careful with scammers on some of the websites. This one in particular, you don't want to give the money up front for no reason whatsoever. You want to see the unit, you want to look at the area also, and before you sign any lease agreement, and also if you're signing a lease agreement, before you sign a lease agreement, make sure everything is working as it should. Because you're going to have a hard time fixing it after you sign the lease agreement. So, yeah, these are the prices basically throughout Portugal. Prices for those units that we saw on Idealista in Lisbon, Porto and Algarve. That's the prices for 2022. Maybe things will change later on, but for now, you can get a nice T2 for around 850 to 1,000 euros, depending on the city and location. That's not bad, but one thing that I did notice is in Algarve, the prices are catching up to Lisbon and Porto, believe it or not. So, so there you have it. So I hope you liked this video, and if you like the content, thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Have yourself a good day, good night, wherever you're at.